Alright, as you can see, we have all the plates on. I just have the tube off, but plates on there, and then the one on the back side. And then I have all the tubes blocked off. It's just these two. Small one, brass fitting, and the big one with an elbow. Just put the clamps back on. And the cooler's not there. You can even see the downpipe now. And here's all that stuff, just the stock EGR. Pretty simple cooler. And then this is the EGR actuator. See how shitty that thing looks? Yeah, pretty built up. So that's why we're all deleting it. And pretty much this is the EGR block off plate they supply. All I did was punch a hole in it. Got a like a pipe adapter, I guess, from Lowe's. It's like 1/8 inch to 1/4, and I cut the rest of it off. But then I just, you know, hot glue gun MIG welded it to the plate. And then the EGT probe for the glow shift is just going to go right through it, you know, thread ends, pipe tap, or else I would have tapped it. I couldn't find the pipe tap, so that's how I'm doing. I'm going to put the plate on now, and then put the EGR probe in. Alright, so there it is. All deleted, all back together. Basically, yeah. EGR is gone. You see the pipe rerouting, but yeah, all deleted. There you go. All done. Time for some gauges. Got the EGR probe just kind of laying there. I'm gonna run all the boost gauge too and get that wired up inside the car. Alright, so I'm gonna be working on the gauges now. I was talking about EGT, and this one right here is boost. This one is EGT. These are glowshift Elite 10 series. I like them because they are pretty dark when you shut them off. They have like a tint to them. They're a little bit nicer, I guess. They have some warning features, I guess, warning lights and stuff like that, but they just look better to me. It's all personal preference. This is a 30-pound boost and vacuum, even though it's a diesel, it doesn't use vacuum, but no big deal there. It's like 10 color features. I only use one. I'm gonna only use one feature, but they come with little pod features, I guess, or these little pod mounts, I should say, and I'm gonna be mounting them in the dash. And I already found a good little, this is the dimmer switch, and then this is a light switch itself, and I already found that red one, that's a fat constant on, and then this one down here, which is like a bluish with a red stripe there. Yeah, that one, that's also pretty healthy. That's a nice key on. So I'm going to be hooking one up. I'm going to have it run up under the dash and out the vent. I have them sit right here. So I'm going to hook one up, and then they have this little, where is it? Little, like, they call it a daisy chain, so you can hook one to the other and link them together. So you only have to power up one, and then the other one is just linked to that. So you could have a bunch all linked together, but so yeah, that should be pretty good. These are pretty healthy. They don't really draw. I think they say they draw like not even an amp, 2 amps, something like that. They don't draw nothing, so just tapping into these. I'm going to shred a little wire off and then twist it in, and should be pretty good. Okay, so this is what I ended up with. Yeah, it's just electrical tape, but I really don't think it's a big deal. Like what I said, the red wire is going to the red wire that's spliced in, and then the white wire is going to this here. Now this is power on all the time. That's the hot wire, and then this is key on here. So this is like what actually makes the gauges light up and stuff like that, I guess. And this is more like memory. That way, because there's 10 different colors in the gauges, you can just use this, set the gauge color once, and then when you start it up, it doesn't go back into demo mode or something like that. So this is just like a clock basically, but it doesn't really draw anything. So that, and then I just used the dash like support bolt, made a little eyelet and crimped that on. And this is just, it goes into the headlight. No big deal there. The power works and everything. A lot of the wires are like bunched up in here. Can't really see it, but they give you like a lot of extra finely mounted the gauges here. They give you like these little metal pieces here, I guess. And I just kind of took off what I didn't need. And then I have machine screws in the back side. 2 machine screws. And that looks pretty good. Sit right there, it's where I like it. It's not too much glare at night. There's an orange wire they give you. You can put like a little dimmer switch in there that goes to power and dim the lights, but I really don't care. They look pretty good. So that's what I'm gonna do. They run down here Both 2 wires, one's boost, one's EGT, and then the daisy chain just goes in between the 2, but it looks pretty clean. And there you have it. So if we look all the way up there, there's the EGT like probe, and then there's the boost tube coming out, and this is like a little grommet that's like on the other side of the brake booster, and it's just right up underneath the pedals. I'm in between the brake pedal and the throttle pedal right now, so that is like a really good place to go through. I kept the grommet in there, just cut a little hole in there, and it passes through the firewall pretty easy. So right to the left of this brake booster here, that's where that grommet pops out. If you look all the way down there, you can see the EGR, shiny EGR thing, and then the boost tube right there. And EGR block-off plate down way back there is drilled and bung welded to it, and then the EGT probe is threaded into that. And then the boost tube just comes up here to the plate. That's the 1/4 inch pipe tap, and then the 1/4 inch with a 1/8 inch barb fitting. And I just put zip ties on all the little connections. With the filter is all the way inside, and just to the sender, and then plug the sender in. So I'll give you a little ride and show you how it performs. So basically that's what it looks like. It's dark blue. If you know what they look like, it's dark blue, but in the picture it looks a little purple.